All right. Welcome back to the Polished Playbook podcast, where sports, culture, fashion, and real life all run the same offense. Now, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sha Ron. I go by DJ Diamond Diva. That's at DJ Diamond Diva on all your social media platforms. And I'm one of your hosts, along with my partner in crime, Kina, a.k.a. Nails and Novels with a Z.
Yes.
Nails and Novels with a Z on all social media platforms. We are your new favorite KC sports media girlies, and we're going to be the voice bringing you the energy every week. So each episode, if you're just tuning in, we break down all the headlines, the mess, the magic, the moments that make sports feel personal. And also, we got to bring the sports, right?
Always.
From football to basketball, baseball, everything that the city has to offer, and whatever your timeline is serving you, okay? We got you. Now, before we get into it, I always like to start off. What's going on, Kina? Tell me about the week. We had a couple weeks off. Life's been busy. Vacation, summer break. What's going on?
I just got back from Atlanta last week, came home.
Jet setting.
You know, I like to get out of here. I love Penn City, but I do love to get out of here and enjoy myself. I love experiences. I'm 44, which is not old, but I love to just do different things. So just got back from Atlanta. I'll talk about that a little bit later on some things, but yeah, brought me a little bronchitis back with me, but hey, I am good.
Okay.
And you know what that lady say? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't
She's
nobody
talking about bronchitis.
got time for that.
But
Man.
other than that, I am good. It's been good, and I'm glad to be back. How about you?
I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
Well, same. I've been holding down the fort in KC. Unfortunately, I don't have any travels yet.
Not unfortunately.
Hopefully we can change that.
You have
soon.
a full life here. You're doing a lot. So
Yes, it's been busy, but in a good way. As I always say, just been DJing a lot. Like I said, Kansas City is booming. It's a lot of events. So been going to events and carrying on. And, of course, my kiddos and all of that. So just life has been doing pretty good. I can't complain.
good.
But I'm glad to be back here.
We are glad to be
Because
back.
we revving up, baby.
Because I've had people ask, "Oh, are y'all recording this week?"
I know
Y'all
this.
doing
My mom
this
said
week?"
y'all didn't have an episode this week, did y'all? I said, "Nah, Ma, we gonna be back this week though."
And we back. So welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you have not. We hope you stay a while.
Absolutely. I always say I like to think we all right. We ain't too bad.
We cool.
We all right.
We cool.
You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we will jump right into the weekly rundown, and we're gonna kick it off with a little bit of NFL news.
Perfect.
A lot of NFL news.
A lot of it.
A lot. We're gonna start off with some other news. We ain't gonna start off with my Chiefs yet. I'm gonna save the best for
Save the best for last.
But we're gonna go to the Rams. Now listen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Y'all know, if y'all know the game and love the game of football, y'all know who Myles Garrett is. And that is a headline. And the reason why that's so big, Kina, is because why?
Yes.
Like why? Why? Now y'all remember it was think the year before last, maybe 2 years ago, when he wanted out.
Yes.
He said he wanted out.
Yes.
And then he signed that massive contract. And I said, well, he ain't going nowhere.
No.
Because they paying him. So I was like, he's choosing the money over the rings, because I put out a little video on Instagram that kind of summarized all
Make
this.
sure y'all check it out.
And I called it the elephant graveyard. So no disrespect to Cleveland,
But I get it.
but it's the elephant graveyard in terms of like, what are we doing down there? When is the last time we've had, like, there's been a lot of talent that has not materialized.
Yeah.
Like, they just can't get right.
Right.
For
Can't
whatever,
get right.
whoever's right, wrong, or indifferent, whatever the circumstance, they just can't get right. So I call it the elephant graveyard because it's like, there's another team that I used to call the elephant graveyard, but they turning it around a bit. But Cleveland has yet to do so. So he got out of there, and now it's with the Rams.
Which
okay,
is insane because they already stole a lot of our players.
And to me, and we look at last year, the Rams went deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I thought they were probably going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then they got knocked out. And so now we already know how they took Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson. Now they have Myles Garrett. So they have really amped up the defense. And to me, that screams that they are looking to go all in.
Yeah.
They gave away a bunch of loot to get this man.
And don't care.
Don't even look at they want to go to the draft.
No picks.
Okay? You ain't going to have nothing. It's over.
No
But like
picks.
I said, they are putting it all on the line. So for those that maybe you don't know who Myles Garrett is or why it's such a big deal, as I mentioned, he's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's been one of the league's most disruptive pass rushers. And he's a future Hall of Famer. Like I said,
Yes.
arguably one of the most dominant defensive players of this
Yes.
generation. To me, like I said, it's a big splash because of the Trent McDuffie. They've clearly amped up their defense. I feel like their quarterback, and this is before Patrick Mahomes came along, y'all was asleep on my boy,
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
He went
for
to the
sure.
other elephant graveyard
Yeah.
for a few years. And he was resurrected in the Rams and got a ring.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so I said, I'm not as upset about it because they in the NFC, so it's like I ain't got to worry about you really until the Super Bowl. But my gosh, to me, the Rams, this is an early Super Bowl pick. I would say the Rams. I would put money on the Rams to go. And then hopefully the Chiefs. So, Kina, what do you think? Do you think they're your NFC fan? I know this is way early, too early to call.
It's way early, but
on paper, are you feeling like this is the team to beat in the NFC? Or you still got hope for the Bears or what?
I love my husband and he loves his Bears, but when we talked about this, this was insane. Like they done took Chloe Kim's man from Cleveland, got him in. If y'all don't know who Myles Garrett is, like she said, she listed a bunch of accolades, but this man is insane.
He's ridiculous.
He is insane. They are definitely making the moves to get back to the Super Bowl. No joke. And they are my NFC favorite to go to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. That's just what I see right now. Before. And then they even had Aaron Donald talking about,
my gosh,
sit down.
Aaron Donald, like, I'm telling you, this was back in the day. And, you know, you hear about defensive players, but, you know, they're not the team that I just watch all the time. Right. Now, I keep up with all of football, but, you know, it's not like the Chiefs or, you know, AFC teams where you just really have the microscope. And so back years ago, I was like, okay, Aaron Donald, cool. I sat down, I watched a Rams game, and I literally had my mouth open. I was like, you're kidding me. Aaron Donald went off. Yes. And I said, now I see it. I see why this man makes all this money.
Yeah, deservingly.
Like a total game changer.
Yeah.
Total game. So shout out to Aaron Donald. I know
but I don't know. He better stay seated in retirement. They don't need you back
unless he coming over to Death Row. Come on over to Kansas City.
Chiefs, that's a different story. But they already have Myles Garrett, so stay seated. They don't need anybody. I don't.
Oh my God! Yeah, that would be unfair.
I don't want to hear about the Rams getting anyone else. Nobody. I don't even care about if it's a water boy. I don't want them to have nothing.
They don't need nobody else.
Nothing.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh man, can you imagine if the Chiefs had Myles Garrett? Sign the ticket.
And I love Myles
Garrett. Buy your
Super
Bowl ticket,
please. Hey, I'm going to buy it anyway because my Chiefs is coming through.
I know. I think so, too. I really do. All right. We're going to move along. Patriots, they land star wideout A.J. Brown. Now, this is a big one. The Patriots, they've kind of been looking for a true number one. They had Stephon Diggs last season, and he did pretty good. But now they have A.J. Brown, which immediately changes things. He's, once again, a top-tier player. He's very physical, explosive, and one of the most productive receivers in football. To me, I feel like New England is still trying to make a push. We know they was in the Super Bowl, and they got outmatched, outclassed to me.
Yeah.
Didn't have the juice. But Brown is a game changer. And I know he has some antics. If y'all remember him reading the book on the side. Kenny, do you have that book? Have you read that book? I forgot what
I don't remember the book, but I remember that. And I'm like, is he really reading on the
It doesn't matter. Everybody bought that book.
I'll read anywhere as well. But in the middle of a game, he didn't read none of them words.
No. So we've had that. We've seen the verbal displays where he felt like he wasn't getting the ball. You know, him and Hurts had their thing, but let's see if him and Drake May can make some magic. A.J. Brown, he did play 15 games in the 2025 season last year. He had 78 receptions for 1,003 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns, which ain't bad. Yeah. And he averaged 12.9 yards per catch and only 1 drop across all of his targets. So that's pretty good. I be keying in on drops. Hello.
We
got Airbnb back in the house. So we ain't gonna have no drops. But yeah, we know about them drops. So when I see people that ain't dropping a single drop, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
So I was initially like, would we get A.J. Brown? I figured he wouldn't because we don't fool with the Eagles. They don't fool with us.
Right.
So I figured that wasn't gonna happen.
So,
but yeah, he's over there at the Patriots, so we're gonna have to beat him.
He wanted out of there, so I'm glad he found another place.
And when players get like that, it's time to let them on go because it was becoming a thing.
Yeah,
and that's their man. Hurts is their quarterback, so it's like we gotta. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Another move. Jalen Waddle is going to the AFC West. He will be with the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos paid a hefty price to bring that man on over here. Denver gave up a first, a third, and a fourth round pick.
So they don't want no picks either.
They don't want no picks. And that's fine. That's good. So that just shows you how much they value his speed and playmaking ability. We've seen him work out in some OTA drills, I'll say, so he's looking good. And on paper, he gives them an element that they haven't really had. Because if you think about it, Broncos are known for their defense. They had a stellar defense. And I feel like the jury's still out for me on their offense. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, obviously, I got to give them some credit. They got where they got in the playoffs.
It's overhyped, overrated?
Yeah, I think we're going to really see what it is this year. Last year was weird, man. All the teams that you expected to be at the top were not there, except for the Bills. And then the Bills dropped the bag. Like, how y'all going to be? You don't have the Ravens. You don't have the Chiefs. You know, and you can't get it done.
Nobody.
The Bengals, like you couldn't get past, like y'all lost to the Broncos. So, like I said, I'm not Broncos fans. Hear me out. Y'all already know. One, I'm a Chiefs fan, so it's par for the course. Right. But I pride myself on being a realist, and I give people credit where it's due. At the end of the day, they got it done. We was at home watching y'all play, so I can't say that. But I got to give it a year because I'm not sold that they just about to be the team to beat. I know they're favored right now. That's fine. But I like that. I think the Chiefs do better when people don't think that they got something. Like we were doing stellar before we got on everybody's radar. And then it's like everybody was on the bandwagon and then we kind of, it's like I feel like they play best when a lot of people talk bad about them because they feel like they have a point to prove.
And that's fine.
Y'all can keep thinking Broncos is number one and we'll see where the standings are at the end of the year. Okay. Just once again, Jalen Waddle, I'd like to leave out some numbers in case you didn't know. He played 16 games for the Dolphins last season, and he recorded 64 receptions on 99 targets, which is pretty good, 910 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. So we shall see him twice a year. Wong, wong. Miami. So they got some money matters. So we already knew that they got rid of Tua, and they moved in another direction. But this is a wild financial story, so I just wanted to bring this up.
I don't know nothing about it. Let's hear it.
So with Tua Tagovailoa, with him leaving, they got Malik Willis on a 3-year deal, and they have a ton of dead money, okay? Miami had to absorb a reported $99.2 million in dead cap space. So they just got to eat that. We just gave up $100 million because we just said we done with Tua, and we just going to go ahead and eat this money. $99.2 million. Ain't that crazy? This is the largest dead money hit tied to a single player in league history.
That is insane. That is 99?
What a reset. What a reset. So, because, we talked about Cleveland Browns. Remember how they paid their quarterback, the one, his name is on tip of my tongue. So it's Deshaun Watson, over $200 million or something like that. And then they had all of that. And then they drafted these. So it's like, what are you going to do? You have this quarterback that you have to pay no matter what. But then you get these other people. So do you stick it out and stay with them? And they said, nah, we ain't going to stick it out. Tua, you go on ahead to where you going to go. We're going to sign Malik Willis and we'll take the hit for this $99 million.
That is crazy.
That's wild.
$99 million.
What do you think about that, Kina? Do you think that that's worth it? The long-term flexibility of him being is that worth taking that kind of financial hit?
No, that's a lot of money. No,
it is.
No.
See, this goes down from the root from the top to the bottom. When you have a front office, like these are all the things that make a difference. So now that's money that they can't pay other people. They can't do. It all matters.
It does, and I love here on this podcast, like what Sha Ron's talking about. We talk about everything involved in the sport. Not just the players and their stats, but I didn't know anything about this. So that is a lot of money.
And so when you think about, why can't we get these players? You got to have the money. And if you got $100 million, that's just tied up. That means somebody ain't getting paid that much. Or we can't go after. So, yeah.
They're not eating.
I get it. Like, I was surprised, and shout out to Tua for even being able to come back when he got those concussions. I was like, he probably got to retire.
I thought he should. I still think he should. That's
a lot. Very concerned.
Yeah.
Because while we love the sport, I'm sure he does. It's like you want to have a life beyond it. And I think that it is hard. I feel like we talked about that before. It's hard to let go.
Yes.
Because this is what you feel good doing. You don't want to let it go.
It's your life.
The life outside of football, it gets weird for some people.
A lot of people.
But my gosh.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not. I don't even want to hear that no more.
Woo! So we moving on to the Chiefs, baby. Yay. Let's move to the Chiefs corner now because there's a couple of storylines that stood out this week. First, I'm going to start out with my boy, Eric Bieniemy, okay?
Yeah.
If anybody was wondering, is the old Eric back?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got our answer during OTAs because let me tell you, it was a 7-on-7 period, the first team offense. They reportedly botched a few plays because of some alignment, communication issues, what have you, right?
Yeah.
Wide receivers had lined up incorrectly. Patrick Mahomes, being the G that he is, he recognized the mistake, but before the play could go, flag on the play. Bieniemy was like, hold up. He pulled the entire first team off the field. Not just one, not just
all of you.
Everybody, the entire group. And you know what? I'm here for it. This is the thing that I miss. Like I said, who is holding these people accountable? When we had all these drop balls, all these.
Nobody.
Shout out to Matt Nagy and all of that. He was with us. He got us the Super Bowl. So forever. Anybody, like I said, they got a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. My hat is tipped to you. But I'm just like, we can't be friends, right? Like, I need you to know this is a job. I'm about to get in your tail.
Yeah.
And that's what Bieniemy does, that accountability, and that's what he's known for. And that's what he did. He got in that tail. And Mahomes, like I said, he didn't push back. Like, he just let it go. Like, basically, there's a standard, what Bieniemy's saying, in Kansas City, and he's going to hold everybody accountable to it. From the first player to the 90th player on the roster.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think that's where it starts. Like, if everybody knows we got to do this, we all gonna get in trouble. Like, there's more of a sense of we got to get it together. And then I know it's almost like a child too. Like, nobody likes to be punished or scolded.
Right.
But in the long run, you appreciate it and you understand why.
Right.
And so I think we're just having those growing pains. But I said, get them, pull them off the field.
I love it.
I was so excited about that. I said, that's what I'm talking about. We have missed that. And so, like I said, even QB1 stood behind it. He was like, this is the accountability that we're here for. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that.
Excited.
I am. And so Bieniemy, this is another thing, because he had a press conference stuff. It said, now is the time to make the mistakes, but it's also the time to fix them, because the penalties and the turnovers, they count. And that was a huge thorn in our side last year. In case you need a reminder of how ghastly.
We don't.
We got to know where we came from and know where we're going. Look,
That's true.
In 2025, the Chiefs committed 119 penalties and turned the ball over 15 times. Okay?
That's way too much.
119 penalties that resulted in 951 yards penalized. That's a lot. 12 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Okay. Another thing that brought attention in OTAs with Eric Bieniemy is he's working with Kenneth Walker. Y'all know before he's an offensive coach, Bieniemy was a running backs coach. So that's something that he's extremely good at. And so a lot of people have kind of been drawing comparisons to Priest Holmes and Kenneth Walker. If y'all remember Priest Holmes, Kansas City, I know y'all remember Priest Holmes. That boy was good.
We do.
They have similarities, but what Bieniemy is focusing on Walker is becoming better when the ball isn't in his hands.
Okay.
So, when you're on that line, sometimes you need to block, you need to be like all the different things. So they're working on when Kenneth Walker doesn't have the ball. Now, Bieniemy, he said he praised Walker's talent as a runner, but specifically challenged him to improve in pass protection and route running. Okay. So in other words, we want a 3-down back that can impact every aspect of the offense. I concur. Another storyline in Kansas City. I need an air horn.
Is this about to be my favorite?
L'Jarius Sneed.
Yes.
Mr. Sneed is back in Kansas City. Now, initially he visited last week and I was like, okay, what are we doing? And they finally made it official, or announced it being official on Tuesday of this week. And so I'm very happy to see this reunion. If y'all recall, Mr. Sneed, he spent 4 seasons in Kansas City under Steve Spagnuolo, and he is a major role in us winning those championships. And so he's been off to Tennessee, went and got his bag, and now he's on back. And when he's healthy, like I said, now I know he's had some challenges the past couple of years. For 2 years, he's had some quad injuries, and he only played 12 games in 2 years. That's not a lot, right? However, from the football standpoint, this is somebody, like I said, who knows the defense, grew up in our defense with our coaches. Now, once again, after moving Trent McDuffie, we don't have Jalen Watson anymore. We did pick up Mansour Delane, who I think is going to be incredible.
So yeah.
We're adding a veteran back to Spag's system. And so I'm just like, this is going to be so great. Like,
I'm so excited.
And so before we signed him, like when I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to talk about, I'm like, the Chiefs are going to it has to be team friendly. Like, he's going to have to come back and be like, I'm doing this for the chip. Exactly, because we just don't have the money.
Right.
I talked about that. Like, we've made some moves, but we got to sign rookies and things like that. So the money was kind of tight. And he took a team-friendly deal, which is what I thought. Now, before he had came back, and I told you I mentioned about the draft, the capital and all of that, our salary cap issues. Just to remind y'all, we had about $13.3 million in cap space. We got some of that from Patrick Mahomes restructuring. He created over $43 million in space with restructuring his. Jawan Taylor got released. That created another $20 million. And then George Karlaftis, he also reworked his contract. So once the rookie deals are finalized, we were projected to have about $4.4 million left, which
is not
a lot.
Nothing when it comes to sports.
It's super tight. But we got Mr. Sneed. And so he took that team-friendly, heavy incentive laden deal. He signed a 1-year deal up to $5 million. So it's up to. So like I said, that's incentive. But still, I mean, hey, give me $5 million for a year of football. I'll take it. But
give me anything, okay?
But, like I said, it's kind of a prove-it deal. He's been injured the past couple of years and all of that. And then I think, too, like I said, he just wanted to come on back home.
Yeah.
A lot of players that were in Kansas City and go to other places, they talk about the difference and how they like it.
Yeah.
Our receiver... And why do I do this, y'all? It's
why
like
I'd be
forgetting. Yes, because I like as clear as day. I can see his face. I can see his hair, and
his
the
hair.
name. Yes, our receiver that I was so happy we got. He was on here for 1 year. He went to Baltimore. DeAndre D-Hop.
Yeah.
When he went to the Ravens, he spoke about the differences and things like that. Like people, I'm telling y'all. I feel like the Chiefs are a world-class organization, but he done spun the block and he's back. And
I was brokenhearted when he left.
Yes.
I was so sad.
Yes. Yep. I remember the first game when he, his rookie year, and this was during COVID time, and all his family came out because the Chiefs were one of the few stadiums that did allow just a percentage of fans to come in, and his whole family was over there. And I was like, oh, and look. Just won Super Bowls, and so he's back and about to win another one because I believe we're going to be back. So shout out to L'Jarius Sneed. And I think that this is a good move, Kina. Like I said, we have the best corner probably in the draft with Delane.
Yes.
And then to have a veteran back, like I said, who knows the system, that's the anchor we needed. So I feel a little bit better. Now, shout out to Trent. Now, Trent, he's world class, but Mr. Sneed is good too. Yeah. So I feel comfortable in the secondary.
I'm excited. I'm very excited about that.
I feel good.
Move.
Throw back there if you want to.
I love it.
And then really quickly, some more quick hits around the league before I wrap up. The Packers locked in Christian Watson with a 4-year deal, $110.5 million extension. Shout out to him for getting the bag. The Bucks and Baker Mayfield, they remain far apart in contract talks, and Baker said, I ain't talking to y'all when training camp start. He's done. So right now he has this final year of his contract. It's worth $100 million. The deal he signed in 2024. So this is last season, and we'll see what they work out. But he said if they don't come to an agreement before the end, he's done talking about
I'm
it.
not talking to y'all.
Yep. He said when training camp starts, I'm done. So if they can't make a deal by then we'll see where he ends up next year. Doesn't mean he won't be back with the Bucs, but it just means we won't know. To be determined. George Kittle, he got hurt last season. He's reportedly ahead of schedule as well in his recovery, his Achilles rehab, and he could very well potentially be ready for week 1 as well. So I guess that George, week 1,
yeah.
QB1 and George Kittle, they both might be back on week 1. My biggest takeaway, Kina. The contenders that I feel like are going to be contenders this season, they've been making big moves in the league. We already talked about the Rams. They putting all their chips to the center of the table. The Patriots and the Broncos, they've made some moves on their offense. Miami, we'll see. Malik Willis is cool, but y'all gotta get past the Patriots and the Bills before I think anything. But I feel like in the NFC, the Rams. I feel like over here in the AFC, it's a lot too. Like we got to see Lamar and them gonna be back. They have a different coach this year, so I'm excited to see that. So it's a lot of moves that we just gonna see. But I feel like the moves that we've made and with the Rams made, to me, those are the ones that stand out the most. If I gotta pick one, I'm gonna say the Rams. Just leading into the preseason, that's who I think has made the biggest offseason moves to drastically kind of impact their team. What do you think? Anybody else? That's on your mind?
Nobody else that's on. Not really, but the Rams, that's a huge one. Like I remember I was sitting at home. I don't know, Tyson texted us all the family group chat. And we were like, what?
Yeah, how did they do that? I was like,
that's
how did they get that done?
Like that's not fair. It's not fair. But I'm excited to see what they do with it. I do like Myles Garrett, so we'll see. I don't want to play against Myles Garrett.
No. No. So, okay. But so that's what I think. We gonna see. We're about to head into training camp season and all of that. But my way too early Super Bowl prediction based on all the moves. The Rams and the Chiefs. And y'all gonna say, oh, you just like the Chiefs. Yes, I do like the Chiefs. But this is backed by what we've seen over the years. Do you think that the Chiefs gonna honestly have a year like they had last year again?
Absolutely not.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Like I said, Bieniemy, say what y'all want to, but like I said, he knows how to get results. Look how the offense was rolling the years that he was there. He went to Chicago, did work over there. They had a great season, and then now he's back. I think the players respect him and stuff. So I expect to see a lot more from our offense this season. And then, like I said, the scary thing was our defense. They're working on that. Like I said, they proved that in the draft, that's what they were trying to address. So I think so far in the offseason, I like the moves that they've made, and we just got to see what materializes.
The biggest move to me when it comes to the Chiefs is EB. It's not even a player. It's a coach. It's a different mindset
oh my gosh,
in the building.
Been clearing house and getting people in the right positions.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how we got people in? I love y'all, but I'm glad we got it together. We got it together.
I get it. So I'm excited about this season very much. So just across the board, I feel like it's going to be a really competitive season.
Me too. Well, all right. That concludes my NFL update for today.
NFL update, queen.
What we got on the women's WNBA
Let's
side?
go to my girls. Y'all know I love my girls. It's Commissioner Cup time. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do the power rankings for week 1 of the Commissioner's Cup. So we have the Minnesota Lynx, who we got to watch live, are in first place. Mm-hmm. They are 7-3 in the regular season and 2-1 in the Commissioner's Cup. Mm-hmm. Number 2, we got my Dream Girls, the Atlanta Dream, also 7-3 and 2-1 in the Commissioner's Cup. Then the Dallas Wings coming in right behind them at 3. Also 7-3. There's a lot of 7-3 teams. 2-0 in the Commissioner's Cup. Mm-hmm. The Aces 7-3 as well. 2-0 in the Cup. And then rounding out the top 5 is the New York Liberty 7-4. 2-0 in the Cup. So let's talk about the Commissioner's Cup because not everybody knows what that is. Yeah. So it's an in-season tournament just like the men have on the men's side. Mm-hmm. The tournament features a 49-game schedule from June 1st to June 17th. The team from each conference with the top record in the Commissioner Cup games will compete in the Commissioner's Cup championship game, and there will be a $500,000 prize pool. So the title game will be played, it's already in the schedule, June 30th, hosted by the team with the best winning percentage in the regular season games through June 17th. Okay. So, the women have been doing this for a minute. I know the men just started doing it a couple years ago. I remember Lakers won the first one. So it's just a little bit of competitiveness in the middle of the season because, especially for the men, I don't see it for the women, but for the men, they get a little lax. Yeah. And they just be out there hanging out because it's so many. So they don't really start playing hard until it's like playoffs. But if there's money on the line, a trophy on the line, they're going to show up and they're going to play. So I love that the men have done this as well. So I'm excited about the Commissioner's Cup. I went to a Commissioner's Cup game last week. I'll talk about that later. So we're going to move on to the Chicago Sky. So first of all, y'all know Angel Reese played for the Chicago Sky her first 2 seasons in the league. But she had mentioned some things that kind of rubbed people the wrong way about the team and the organization. Okay. The sad part about it is she's not the first player to do that. Candace Parker has said things. Gabby Williams has said things. So for them to do what they did to her because of her voice was ridiculous. A half-game suspension. And then they ended up trading her in the offseason. So Skylar Diggins is now with the Chicago Sky, and she had a lot to say. She called out the team's loser mentality because they've been losing, just like kind of what Angel said. She said the team needs more maturity, connectivity, and leadership. She publicly redirected accountability to head coach Tyler Marsh by saying, why don't y'all ask Tyler? Then, let me tell you, if y'all don't know Skylar Diggins, she is not soft-spoken, and she's going to say how she feels. So she said the effort is lacking across the board, and she describes this whole experience coming to the Chicago Sky extremely frustrating.
Dang. What they gonna do? Like, y'all gotta do something. You got 2 big time, like 2 of some of the biggest stars in the WNBA saying y'all gotta get y'all same thing together. You probably gotta get your stuff together.
You do, because what you did was you're like, oh, Angel's too outspoken, so we'll get rid of her. But you bring in Skylar Diggins, who is very outspoken and a vet in this league. Y'all thought something was going to change? Like Rakia Jackson, yes, she went down early in the season with the, I think it was the ACL tear. But so she's out for the season, so that's not helpful. But when you have Skylar Diggins on there telling everybody else you're not doing your job and she hates being there. Like when Angel was there, Angel has always won. That's the thing. Like college, high school, always been a winner. So it's hard to go from winning all the time to losing all the time. It's really rough on a person. It's rough on their mental. They feel like, am I not doing enough? Am I just in the wrong place? So now Skylar Diggins is feeling that in Chicago. Yeah. Like, y'all hosting the All-Star game this next month, and y'all got, again, people have been talking about Chicago for years in the front office. So something needs to change. But will you?
They're going to have to, because it's a small, like, all of this stuff, it's big in the scheme of it, but it's a small community, and everybody talks, and nobody's going to want to go. You're not going to be able to attract real talent when people are like, it's foolery over there. So they're going to have to get it together.
Kalia Cobber said, I would never go back there. So these are...
So that's 3 people.
It's a lot of people. Like I said, Candace Parker when she was there. Gabby Williams. It's a lot.
Look, now this is a TMZ. We need some investigatory stuff going on. What's happening over there? What really happened?
I don't know what Jeff there is doing. It's a mess. And they thought maybe that, we're going to bring in these new players, get rid of Angel, everything's going to be good. No, it's not good. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Get your life.
Please. And speaking of people getting their lives, does Caitlin Clark need a attitude adjustment? So, in a viral clip of her and Stephanie White going at it on the bench, to where Stephanie told her to get up and have Raven Johnson sit down in her place. Stephanie White don't play around. And a lot of people think like, they're just coddling Caitlin. Stephanie White is not. She's doing her job. I don't know if they've told her to move a different way and do things differently with Caitlin, because in some people's eyes, she's the face of the league. Very few people's eyes, the face of the league is Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
So, so that's been going around, and people are talking really bad about Caitlin at this point.
Man, she can't catch a break.
No, this is not the first time, though. She has been seen arguing and being very disrespectful to assistant coach Brianne January, who is Black. And it's never stopped. It's been constant. She'll be talking to her, she'll wave her off, or she'll do things like that. So there's a level of respect not being given to people that are in an authority figure position. So also, it's not just them. It comes with the refs, constantly arguing with the refs, clapping in refs' faces, telling them, like, saying derogatory words. And she's not always receiving the text. Let's say if somebody else would do it. So it's a mess. And I know there's a lot of eyes on her because of who she is. So a lot of stuff, she said, a lot of things I do
gets blown up.
Yeah, because, and I understand that. I totally get that. Yeah. She said, everything I do, there's just so many people looking at me and watching, so everything goes viral and blah, blah, blah. I do understand. Coaches get into it with players. We saw Travis and do it.
Yes.
We see it. It happens. But when it continuously happens, is there an issue? Is there an attitude adjustment that needs to happen? I don't know. What do you think about just the arguments?
And maybe, so I do think it's an element of that. When somebody's in the spotlight, you are more microed in. So just like almost when you get a car and then you see everybody with that car. So it's just more attention to it. Like, that's what you see now that she's been in the headlines. Like, so everything is magnified. But I do think that maybe it's a combination of other things that are going on. It could be frustrations. Like, I know she's been in the headlines a lot lately. So sometimes personal brews over and people have misplaced anger. So maybe it's not that she don't respect the coaches or whatever. It could just be she's still relatively young. You know what I'm saying? And this is a whole life adjustment. When she came in, like the deal she got, like she went to the top super fast. Yeah. And so there's something to be said about that. Some people adapt well, and then some people not so much. And so I'm not saying that that's the issue with Caitlin. Right. I'm just saying it could be that. Obviously, I don't know her personally. I would like to think that she wouldn't be disrespectful like that. Like, I feel like there has to be a backstory that we don't necessarily have. But at the end of the day, it's somebody going to have to sit her down and be like, what's really going on? Because this right here,
ain't it?
One, it ain't a good look. Yeah, this ain't it. And we need some straightening. Like, you can't, there's a little bit of pushback you can give coaches, and they want to see, that passion and stuff like that. They're okay with that to a degree. But if you getting downright disrespectful and causing chaos, and it's getting weird for other players, and that's when it's like, we got to come talk to you. Let me holler at you. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll be keeping my eye out for it. I hope that it's just, hey, this is a bump in the road, and this isn't, hey, she's really terrible. Sometimes they say never meet your heroes. Sometimes people are a mess, and you don't know. And like I said, I don't gather that from Caitlin. I'm not saying she is. Yeah. I'm just saying we don't know. And I would just like to think maybe there's something
else there
behind it, and not that's her true character. Yeah. It's just maybe there's a lot going on that either is being taken out of proportion or is just displaced.
Yeah.
And she just needs to get herself
hone
together.
back in. Yeah, she hasn't been playing her best either, so that
frustrated.
Could also be an issue.
Yep.
She's been injured a couple games this season already, so it's a lot. And I tell people, yes, I love me some Angel Reese. I love me some A'ja Wilson. I don't dislike Caitlin Clark. I feel like they put her on a pedestal above others that she hadn't earned that yet. So therefore, everybody's looking at her like this, and this. And then when stuff like this happens, it's a bad look. So a lot of people have changed their minds about Caitlin Clark.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people have. It's been like, well, she ain't doing what she's supposed to do or blah, blah, blah. But it's a lot of pressure that people in the media
it is pressure. Yep.
and other people have put on her to be the face of the league when she's not the face of the league.
That could be it too.
She's not.
That
so
could
it's a
be
lot of pressure on her. I'm not giving her a pass, but I'm saying there's underlying things that could be happening to make her behave the way that she's behaving.
I think it is.
So yeah. Let's
That's
move on
a
to
good one.
happier things. Yeah. So Olivia Myles with the Minnesota Lynx named Rookie of the Month. And then besties A'ja Wilson and Alicia Gray earned Conference Player of the Month honors. Olivia broke a rookie record the other night, hitting 8 threes in her game against the Valkyries. I'm sorry to me, and y'all already know how I felt about Olivia Myles while she was in college. To me, this is my rookie of the year. Now, AZ Fudd is not far behind her, but she's just now getting the chance to, start and play her game. She had 24 points the other night. So AZ's not... Please don't play with her.
And it's more season
and there's
left,
a lot of season to go. But right now, Olivia Myles is doing
It's a
her
front
thing.
runner. Yeah.
She is doing
Crazy.
it.
Some people just got it. I'm telling you, everybody's different. Some people, they take a little time to develop, and other people, they just come in, they got it.
And she said that. She said it at the draft. And she was talking about how she can't wait to get in there and do her thing and blah, 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 and how she's going to do this and that. And then Holly Rowe was like, well, we don't know. Holly, you can't tell somebody about themselves.
Holly.
She knows. Look, Holly and Olivia is showing it through her game. So don't sit up here and try to minimize who she is. She knows exactly who she is, and she's showing it. So Holly, you need to give her.
You don't have a seat, Holly.
I love Holly,
love
but
you,
come on,
just have a little seat.
come on, let her. So yeah, so that's where I am with the W. Let's move on to
Okay.
the men, which is not a lot to talk about because it is the finals. It's final
And
time.
it's been good.
It has been great,
been
actually. We don't see any blowouts or anything.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
right as of right now, on this day, the series is 2-1 with the Knicks taking 2-1 Knicks. But the Spurs just took Game 3 in New York. So let's talk about Game 1. Game 1, Jalen Brunson dropped 30 and the Knicks closed the game on an 11-0 run and ended up winning 105 to 95. So Game 2, I feel like the Knicks really like 105 because they won 105 to 104. This was a great game. Yeah. So the Knicks survived a late game push by the Spurs because they were losing. My mama said she turned it off. Okay.
I said, why didn't Wemby? And not saying because here's where I stand. The Knicks haven't won in a long time, so I'm kind of maybe the Knicks win.
I get it,
but I don't really have a dog in the fight in terms of who wins. I
Yeah.
just want to see some good basketball, and so I'm like, Wemby, why didn't your tall behind go to the goal? You up there pulling up, go to the goal. Like they maybe could have won that game had he done that.
We were at home watching, and we were like, great things happen when Wemby goes to the basket. You are 100
You're going to
feet
get the
tall.
basket. You're going to get the foul. You're going to get something.
Stop
Go
shooting
to
these
the
range shots. Get in there.
Get your crazy.
Right. Get in there.
Yeah.
But then there was a huge mistake at the end of that game that they could have won that game.
Yep.
It was a turnover. It was some miscommunication between Wemby and Castle. So that was their chance to take that game. So let's say they would have taken that. They would be up 2-1 right now.
But you never know, though, because sometimes that changes the trajectory of the next game. The Spurs had to have Game 3. There is no way if the Spurs would have lost.
They had to, yes, for sure.
They're not winning that series.
I already
if
knew they
go
were going to win
down
Game 3.
0-3. They weren't. So to me, they came out and played as a must-win, and they still almost
right.
could have lost.
When I heard who was coming to the Game 3, I knew the Knicks was going to lose. I'm sorry. Like ever since they said that man was coming to the game,
you got work to
I
do.
knew.
You got things
was sleep
to do.
up there. Why are you here?
You know how much money it costs and stuff for the security and all of that for you to come. You came to a Game 3. It ain't even the last game. It ain't Game 7. It ain't. You need to be making sure these gas prices get down.
Look, I'm gonna get into him in a second, but back to Game 3. So
leisurely
the atmosphere was amazing. Them people spent a lot of money to be at that game.
New York loves their football. I mean, they basketball.
Very much so.
Basketball,
but Wemby showed up, had 32 points last night, and they won 115-111. So let's talk about that man that was in the building that caused chaos for everyone. Nobody wanted him there. So
he said they gave him a warm reception. He was very pleased.
I heard the boos during the national anthem.
Well, he didn't hear him.
Then he's deaf because they were very loud.
Great. They asked him, and he said,
already know he ain't all there. Okay? Because they were booing so loudly. I was so angry, though, because Avery Wilson was tearing up that national anthem, and I hate that he had to hear them boos, even though he knew they were not for him. Yeah. He knew that. But it's just everything that the Knicks fans do. They have watch parties around the arena and everything. They couldn't do none of that because he was in the building. And that's what I said. You mess up the way things normally work, you threw a wrench in their plan. I knew when they said that he was coming that they were going to lose. And that's exactly what happened last night. You gonna tell me a no bag policy? Look, I have mini bags for a reason, so I can take my little bag, my little Louis. No bag? There was a no bag policy.
No bag?
Because
they didn't want nobody marking them. I'm saying that's why. I mean, that's why.
But that is why.
Because that's why I've never heard of no bag. We know clear bags, small bag, but like a zero bag. So what about people with babies? Was that an exception?
I don't know. That would have to be an exception. Number one, why is your baby at game 3? That's number 3. Unless you don't.
If you got money, you got a suite.
If you don't have to buy a seat, yeah. Maybe there was. I'm
sure
there was exceptions for medical bags
babies
as well.
Come to the football games.
They do. But real quick, while we talking about babies at games, stop having your babies courtside, please. Because I've seen too many balls fly through courtside. Players fly.
Yes.
Please don't have your baby on that front courtside.
That would be so scary.
Don't do that. Yes. And I've seen it several times. Please.
It's just and
it's too loud. Babies don't like all that noise. So yeah. But anyway, so now it's 2-1. So by the time you guys see this, another game will be played. So we'll see where we're at.
I didn't even realize that. Sorry, I just took a turn. I was like, a no bag policy?
No bag. 0.
So I just feel like we have business to attend to. How about can we get this war
things
figured
going
out?
On, and you
are
at
we
the
not
game
in a war?
Sleep.
Are we actively in war? Are we at the game? Okay.
You having a good time.
We're spending the taxpayers' money for you to have security detail at the game.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're done talking about him. We're done talking about him. Wow.
Y'all know that.
Wow.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Anyway, before I get out of here, I got a couple more things to talk about. Our Kansas City Glory. They ended their season in the Western Conference Finals, losing to the Utah Falcons 22-19. Yeah. They ended the regular season 4-2, but they had a great season. Let me talk to you about all the All-Pro first teams that we have. So Maria Fatale, of course, running back, top of the league, amazing. Grace Cooper, running back. Janessa White, tight end. Cambria Davis on the O-line. We have Nova Nystrom or Nystrom? Yes. She's a center. Brittany O'Connor, D-line. Layla Finley, D-line. Cassidy Snowden, linebacker. And Liv Wilson, defensive back. So it was good to see all those names from the Kansas City Glory on the All-Pro first team. So congratulations to you ladies for such a great team.
They did a great year.
Yeah. Congratulations to Kiki Blackman, the entire coaching
friend
staff.
Of the show.
Yes, congratulations, guys. And I cannot wait for next season. I know you guys are going to come back even stronger than you were this year, and we're going to be in the building.
Yeah, they was balling.
They were. I was excited. Yep. And the last things, I have a couple of women's sports updates. Serena Williams is returning to tennis.
Hey!
She couldn't stay gone too long. She's going to play doubles at the 2026 Berlin Open.
Let's go.
Our own KC Current, Timoa, she was named May Player of the Month. And then when it comes to softball, because we have some little softball stuff going on around here in Kansas City, Texas beat Texas Tech for the NCAA softball title. I think Patrick and Brittany were at that game for Texas Tech, and they didn't get that win. So, yeah.
Nice.
But you have some hometown stuff to talk about.
We do have some hometown news. We were speaking about the playoffs. Shout out to the Kansas City Mavericks.
Yes.
And their playoff run. They are dominating. The Mavericks, they hold a commanding 2-0 lead over the Florida Everblades in the 2026 Kelly Cup.
Everblades, that's cute.
I know, right? And they took care of business. They had 2 home games here in Kansas City, Cable Dama Arena.
They sure did.
Standing room only crowd. So they packed the house out. And these ain't like, they didn't just barely scoop. I mean, they kicked their tail.
They showed out.
They showed out. Game 1, let me tell you, Kansas City shut out Florida 6-0. Set the tone from the opening period. Jakov Novak got things started. The defense locked in, and the Mavericks, they just took off. Game 2, Bobo Carpenter wasted no time. He scored just 17 seconds into the game for his team leading 10th goal of the playoffs. We followed up with that with a 4-goal second period and cruised to a 5-2 victory. So they out there balling. And I know it ain't a basketball, but I just like to say they balling.
It's sports.
Okay.
Everybody's balling.
They are kicking on it. And so the series is going to shift. They do go to Florida, so we'll see what they do. But they are halfway there. If they win this, they win the championship.
I would really love for them to come home and win.
I would. I know.
Let one of these games go, y'all.
And let me say, for those that, like I said, you may not know as much about the Mavericks or the Everblades, they call them.
So cute.
The Everblades are actually really good. They're the defending kings of the ECHL, and they are actually going after their 4th consecutive Kelly Cup championship.
Oh, wow.
So we are going against a 4-time champion, and
they've won the past 4 times.
4th consecutive Kelly Cup championship.
And we out here doing it. Doing it.
Killing it. So
Okay,
I just wanted to
Mavericks,
say
you
that.
need to bring your,
I just wanted to say that. My cameo. If we win, I'm a And so just really quickly, too, to give y'all some more context, the regular season MVP was Marcus Crawford of the Mavericks. The defenseman who put together one of the most dominant seasons in franchise history. They led the team with 72 assists and earned the ECHL Most Valuable Player honors. And they also, this is what had led to Kansas City winning the Bribon Cup as the league's regular season champions. So they were actually the first team to punch their ticket into the playoffs as well. Jackson Judding, he led the team with 30 goals during the regular season. And between the pipes, Jack LaFontaine posted 22 wins and a league best 1.97 goals average against qualifying goaltenders.
Nice.
So the Mavericks have a lot of good people on their team. And we talked about this being a gateway. I believe the Seattle Kraken or something is kind of like their gateway team. So expect to probably see some of these guys in the majors.
Big leagues.
Mm-hmm. I would love for us to get like how they have the Blues. Like we need a professional hockey team.
There's so many professional teams I want here. I want an NBA team. I want a WNBA team. I want an NHL team.
Yeah,
give it
all
to us.
3. And then lastly, we going because that was regular season. So in the playoffs so far, we talk about Bobo Carpenter. He's the guy. He led the Mavericks to 10 postseason goals and is tied for the team lead with 14 playoff points.
Wow.
Jack Randall, he's also right alongside him. He's sitting on 14 points while leading the team with 11 assists. And then, like I said, everybody's showing up. Jackson Judding, he currently leads all ECHL rookies in playoff scoring. Justin Janicki and Lucas Sauter, they have also chipped in with 10 postseason points. So like I said, they are out there balling. This might be one of the best Mavericks teams we've seen so far. Like I said, they got the league MVP on their team, elite goaltending. They up 2-0. They've outscored Florida. Like I said, this is the 4-time consecutive champs, 11-2 through 2 games.
Wow.
Outscored them. So I think this might be the year. I'm
nothing to
hoping
play
it
with.
ain't over till it's over.
Yeah.
But this might be the year they get revenge from last season.
I love
the
that.
Unfinished business.
I love that.
So I just want to share that. We gonna see, but they better look. I done talked it up. Y'all better not let me down, honey. Bring it on home. But shout out to the Mavericks. Once again, we gonna be title town, Kina.
Yeah.
This
is
gonna
what
be
we do
title
here in
town in
Kansas
Kansas City.
We win.
Yes, we do. All right. So without further ado, we will move into our replay and receipt segment. And we have a couple of treats for you. We will start off with some hometown love, our KC Diamonds. They are ready to make history. So if you're watching on YouTube, we have a video playing of the Media Day experience. I got to go and meet the ladies of the team, and everybody was super duper nice. So I'll get into that in just a moment. But just want to let you guys know, this is officially the inaugural season of our Kansas City Diamonds. It is here. Their first ever season begins on June 11th on the road against the Atlanta Smoke. But before it or after that, they come back to Kansas City for what will be hopefully a historic night. It's on June 17th at Legends Field, and they play against the Florida Vibe. And so
I can't wait.
I know. I'm excited. To me, what's really cool about this isn't just, we got another team coming. The Diamonds are like becoming part of what has become an incredible era for women's sports here in Kansas City, because we talk a lot about the current. And when I got to interview and speak with some of the ladies, multiple players talked about the KC Current and how they went to a game and how the ladies there were just, it was so dope and inspiring. And they love how Kansas City has embraced women's sports. So they feel really happy to be here and to play here in Kansas City. And so I thought that was really good. Nobody had no barbecue yet. Now, to be fair, I said, what? I know. But to be fair, she was like, we've only been here for like maybe 2 days, 3 days. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
So, but I was like, hey, give them girls some barbecue. Please.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Exactly.
And the good kind, too. Stop playing.
Exactly. So let me give y'all a little bit of tea on the Diamonds because like I said, this is a brand new professional softball team in Kansas City. They're going to play 21 home games during their inaugural regular season. This season runs through early August. Like I said, it begins in June, here on June 11th. First home game, June 17th, concludes early August. And the postseason begins August 5th. In Birmingham, Alabama. So hopefully our Diamonds will make the postseason. Yeah. All of our home games are going to be played at Legends Field, and they also share that field with the Kansas City Monarchs. The games are going to be a traditional 7-inning game, which typically is around 2 hours. So family friendly. Bring your kids, bring your babies. It won't be super long. And then if you can't make it to the ballpark, they will be televising the games. The games will be available nationally on the All Women's Sports Network. So check your local listings.
That's the name of it, the All Women's
Sports Network? This is All Women's Sports Network.
Oh, wow. I
didn't check that. And I know in Kansas City it'll be on one of our local channels, but it said nationally on the All Women's Sports Network.
Oh, I love that.
Was like, that sounds awesome. So here's the big deal and what we need Kansas City to show up and show out for. So the organization is aiming to draw 7,000 fans for the June 17th home opener. And this is because this will break the U.S. professional softball attendance record. So I believe it was 6,000 plus was the record. So they want to do 7,000 to top that. And that would be so dope because like I said, we already are the first city to have a sports stadium built specifically for women's sports. And then to be able to say on the inaugural season of professional softball, we had the highest attended softball game in history. So come on out. Make sure y'all are there. We will be there. It's going to be awesome. And I'm just excited about this because I feel like Kansas City has become a sports hub. And so it's just showing, like I said, the fact that we were able to get another professional team. Hopefully basketball is on the way. I know they've been in talks. It's a long road, but the fact that they are trying and putting bids out there, I feel like it's just a matter of time. So I'm just really excited. As I mentioned on the video that I already played, got to talk to some of the players. And one of the things that stood out to me was just how approachable and, like I say, enthusiastic everybody was. They wanted to be here. They were excited to be here. And like I said, you can just tell that they're ready to go out there and kind of show what they can do. So
I love that.
I'm excited to see it. And on a personal note for Kina and I, we're excited as well because we actually get to partner with the KC Diamonds this season. So we'll be at some of the games. They sent us a nice little care package, if you will.
We should wear some of our stuff next week. Yeah. Like for their game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can see it.
And if you want to see something now, make sure you follow the KC Diamonds on Instagram. Yeah. You can also look at Nails and Novels at DJ Diamond Diva. We've both posted videos and things of some of the things that are going on, and we'll do that throughout the season. Yep. So that's why we wanted to announce that partnership, so that way you can catch up on all things Diamonds. We'll have some behind the scenes, some interviews, and like I said, some game day coverage. So make sure that you're following at the Polished Playbook Pod, so that you can keep up with our Diamonds.
I'm so excited about this. I'm super excited.
Yes. What do you think? And I had a question before we move on because, like I said, I think this is a historic moment for us in Kansas City sports. We got the World Cup coming. Like, there's just a lot going on. And so when you kind of look at the Kansas City sports landscape right now, do you think the Diamonds are going to actually be able to capture some of that community part that we've seen from the other teams? And do you think we'll hit that 7,000 fan goal on Tuesday?
So, of course, I want to stay positive, and I think we will. It's also World Cup time during that time. Yes. So it's just like, hopefully we can show up for women's sports like we've been doing here in Kansas City. I would love to see us hit that 7,000. So if you want to come out, if you just want to support a local team, if you just love women's sports, if you love sports in general, come out on June 17th. You're not going to be breaking the bank to come to the games. And it's a great atmosphere. I love Legends Field. I used to go to Monarch games there. My son was an intern there, so I was there quite often. So come out, support these ladies. It's going to be a good time. And you haven't seen anything like it, so why not experience it with the home opener? Yeah. So hopefully we hit that 7,000. I do hope so. I hope so. All right. Now, Kina, let's talk about what happened in the A. Well, I missed where Sha Ron went because I was in Atlanta. And y'all know, before I even get into this video, look, let me tell you something. I love that. I love that. So let me tell y'all know how I feel about Angel. So when they announced, I was at home right before we went to LA. that she was being traded to the Atlanta Dream, you know what I did? I got
tickets.
right on Ticketmaster and got my courtside seats because I do not play about Angel Reese. Because let me tell you, when I got those tickets, they were cheap. When they were reselling them after she was announced that she was coming there, they went up into the $400 and $500 range. And I'm not even going to tell you what I got them for, but they were not that. So when that happened, I was super excited because I was already going to be in Atlanta. I had a book event that I was doing some moderating and content creation for. So I was already going to be in Atlanta. So we stayed a few extra days. So, and let me tell you something. When I got them tickets, I bought them tickets for me and my husband. Usually my husband is the one buying the tickets for everything, but I did this so we could have a good time. So if you're looking, there's a little cute little video, if you're looking on YouTube, of me at the game. The atmosphere at this game is insane. Number one, the music is tea. They don't play in Atlanta when it comes to the music.
I can imagine.
So also they got the win. They beat the Connecticut Sun 91-75. Ryan Howard had 36 points. Alicia Gray had 26 and Angel had 12 and 13. But the kicker of it all, when the game was coming to a close, when they were already winning, they start playing the saxophones. Y'all know them saxophones that they play.
The Boys in the Hood saxophone?
Yes. They started playing those saxophones at the end of the game, and everybody was looking around and laughing. And I'm right there by the bench. So the girls on the bench are cackling because they were like, really? Y'all
What's
gonna play
happening
the
to play saxophones? Yeah,
because the Sun lost.
Oh, okay.
So that's when the saxophones came in. Look, I would love to go back to a Dream game because the whole vibe was just amazing. And I feel that way at WNBA games anyway. But this reminded me a lot of being at Unrivaled because the Dream have the smallest arena, only 3,500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like when bigger teams come in, like when the Aces come in, even when the Fever come in, they play at State Farm Arena where the Hawks play. So they have that. But I do feel like they should have a bigger arena than what they have. But then again, it like the vibe of it all is just so cool. So I loved it. I love being there, right there by Angel. I could have got a picture with Angel. I keep messing with myself and not doing it. Because it's the second time this year that I could have gotten a picture with her and I did not. If I would have stepped closer to the line where the barrier is, because she came right over. Because if y'all saw, she is in the background in one of the photos. I could have got my photo.
You gotta get it.
I'm gonna get it. Hopefully,
that's
I get
your
it during
favorite.
All-Star.
If it was somebody that she was like, but she's your favorite.
She is,
So
and
we
I
gotta make it
done
happen.
missed out twice. So maybe third time would be the charm.
Yes.
Maybe an All-Star weekend that's coming up in July.
Yeah,
that maybe I can get it then. But I had a great time. If you have not been to a WNBA game, and I know we don't have a team here, but we went when the Lynx were here. You need to go. It's so much fun. So I had a great time. I had a great time. Can't wait to go back to see them play. I would love to go back to Atlanta to watch the game too. So, but I was also thinking of maybe going to Vegas to see them play the Aces because I have yet to see Asia play. Because when I went to go see her play against the Liberty, they called her out right before the game started. So I haven't seen her play yet. So I would love to see that.
that would be dope. Yeah. All right, so we're going to move along to our 30-second timeout segment. Kina is going to be on the clock this time. These are this or that style questions. You got to just pick one on the fly. There's no wrong answers. And then if there's any at the end that we need to discuss, we will do so. Okay. So, Kina, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Would you rather have a future Hall of Famer like Myles Garrett or 3 years worth of premium draft picks?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, okay. Would you rather a healthy L'Jarius Sneed or Trent McDuffie still on the roster?
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go with Sneed because he is one of my favorites.
Mr. Sneed, okay.
Yeah.
Building a franchise from scratch. Would you rather start with Patrick Mahomes or Victor Wembanyama?
Patty.
Patty, that's right. All right, you can only attend one game this summer. You buying tickets to see Caitlin Clark or Asia Wilson?
Asia Wilson.
Okay.
That was probably the easiest question you asked me.
Okay.
Why did you ask me that question about Trent and L'Jarius?
So let's disclaim. I know. So that was a fun one. Sometimes we got to spruce it up.
I took too much time.
There's no wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer,
And
but
that was a toughie.
that was hard. I ain't never done you like that.
I'm sorry. Look, now I feel bad. I felt like I was in trouble. I said,
No, I have done you like that before. I have. So
here's the thing. We love both Trent McDuffie and Sneed.
Yes.
So that was kind of a trick question because it's like, well, what do we do? Like they both are Super Bowl champions.
yeah, but
So that was, yeah. So
I
that
don't
was a good answer.
understand when Sneed left to go to the Titans. I was brokenhearted because I loved him. I loved his play. Don't you remember he knocked that ball out? Whose hands was it? Was it him? Ravens. Was it Flowers' hands? Like right at the goal line?
I know what you're talking about.
Look.
I know what you're talking about.
I love that man.
That's what I said. I think Sneed is
it's going to be Sneed because, number one, welcome back.
He's back. Yeah.
That's number one, welcome back. I hope he's healthy. And maybe he just wasn't healthy over there. Maybe they wasn't doing
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
So
who was in the training room? So like he can work with the people that's working with Pat. Honey.
So good questions though. Except that last one was too easy.
Yeah, so. I know. And see, I was gonna like everybody I thought to put in there. I'm like, well, you gonna pick? Because I was like, I can't put Angel Reese in there. I can't.
Who could you have put in there? Nobody.
Nobody
else.
That's right. Yeah. So.
Okay.
What's next? We gonna move right along to flag on the play. Now this one's a fun one, so I'll introduce it, and Kina, you gotta let the people know what you think, honey. So flag on the play this week goes to the fan that decided the game one of the NBA
I'm gonna go ahead
Finals.
and show the video while you're talking about it.
Okay, we gonna show the tape. He decided this was going to be the day, okay? So during the fourth quarter of the Spurs-Knicks game, a fan ran onto the court, sprinted directly towards Wemby, and attempted to film a selfie video standing next to the 7'4", something like that, superstar. Now listen, the part that's crazy, he didn't even get the video, y'all. So, like, he was trying to get him.
He cut off his head.
He didn't get it. The footage that surfaced on social media was about 20 seconds long, shaky, low quality. He didn't even get Wemby's face before security absolutely leveled him and escorted him out. The result of his offense, he was arrested for criminal trespassing. He has a lifetime ban from every NBA arena. Another individual who allegedly helped plan the stunt also received a lifetime ban.
As they should.
And now your lasting memory is getting tackled in front of millions of viewers. Meanwhile, Wemby was looking like he was just smiling there. Yeah, that's it, smiling. He said he had never experienced nothing like that before. So the discussion, and this is where I want to open it up to you, Kina. The first question, was it worth it? Because from where I'm sitting, it's a no for me. Like, you got blurry video, a criminal charge, and you never get to attend another NBA game ever. Like, that's a hefty price to pay for what? Now, my thing is, sometimes people bet on things like this. So my thought was they planned this maybe, and they ran a bet to get some money. Outside of that, like if it's a dare or something stupid, like that is the stupidest thing ever. Because it's like no more, like you must not like basketball. If you, to not be able to go to any NBA arena, like you got to give me millions. Like, so Kina, I want to ask you, how much money would it take for you to do something like this? For you to just say, I'm going to risk it all. I'm around the field. I'm going to get this picture with Angel Reese that I've been trying to get. How much money would it take for you to do that?
So for me, this is a tough question because I love basketball so much that I would never want to be banned from an arena. And it's going to take millions of dollars, number one. And I need the millions of dollars up front because I don't trust you. I don't trust that I get out there and they be like, I was just kidding. I ain't got it. No, we're not playing those types of games. And I don't even know if there was a bet behind this, but usually there is. Usually there is. I hope he's just not that stupid. Or he could be somebody that really isn't even into basketball and just like, I'll do it for fun. Why would you do this? And they do it at Super Bowl. They do it everywhere. And it's for their little 15 minutes of fame or their money from a bet or whatever. But you are banned. Like, no more. No entrance. Like, no more. Nothing. Your face is on everything to know that they won't let you in the building.
Do not entry list. Yeah.
So, and he didn't even get Wemby's head in it. It was a waste of time. And Wemby's standing there smiling like he's taking a photo.
Ooh, you got to have it together. You got to have it. To me, like I said, it's not worth the risk. I just think of being banned from every stadium.
That's insane.
And I wouldn't want that for me. I wouldn't. That's not how I want to see things. No. And then, like I said, it's just, I hope he got a big pay. Like, that's the only compensation. Yeah. And even still, it'd be scary because, like I said, now you got to charge. And, like, it's a mess. But it's like, okay, if I got a few $1 million worth of mess, then maybe that'll soothe me. I'll just watch it on TV or something. I don't know. But I would just never, I don't have the courage to do that. Because I'm like, how do you even get to the, like, I would be scared even walking to the edge. Like, I don't have it in me. Like,
no, I get scared stepping on the court. Like, I'm not
That's
doing
what I said. Like, I'm not that ballsy to risk it all.
No, I love sports too much to be banned from places.
Wow.
Sorry.
I just couldn't believe it. When I saw it in real time, I said, what's happening? What is he doing? But it happens like Kina said, every time somebody gonna do it. So
play
Hope
stupid
it was
games,
worth
you know
it.
what you win. Stupid prizes. And that's exactly what he and his partner
yep.
got.
The one that was in cahoots.
Right.
All right, pretty expensive selfie. All right, we're going to move along to tunnel fits. Who we got this week, Kina?
So this week we have Lexi Hull of the Indiana Fever. If you want to explain to the people that cannot see, that are not watching, what she's wearing.
Looks like a dress. Almost it could be a two-piece unless
I think it's
the
a
way the
two-piece.
dress. Okay. It's got some cutouts in the front. It's a tube type of dress, and she's got some open-toed shoes. It's like yellow mini skirt-ish. I think it's okay.
I think it's cute. Like, it's cute. But it caused like a little chaos. Everybody's like, this is the best outfit. And I'm like,
oh. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I think she looks
Nothing.
great in it.
But the
She
best?
but it's like, I don't know that I would say it's the best because
it's giving. I'm not gonna say it's giving Easter because you can't have your chest
the
all
chest
out
out.
for Easter. But it's very
just cool. Like,
summertime,
it's a
springy.
little fun, flirty
It's
fit.
cute. Some
So
you would
nothing
wear
wrong
out
with
to
it.
dinner with your girls or even with your man. It's like, it's super cute.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the best thing
The
I've
best
ever
we've
seen.
Yeah.
No.
I just think it's cool. Like, she came to work and she looks really nice.
Yeah.
And so
she's not
yes.
revealing too much. So I think it's
Even though
cute.
it has the cutouts, like I said, now somebody like me, like, it
No,
would
don't
be,
me or you, me. No.
it would look a little
Back
bit
in the
different.
day, yes, but no, not today. Okay, not today. Okay, we're going to move on to Stephon Castle of the San
his
Antonio
Patty.
Spurs. Got his Patti LaBelle t-shirt.
I like it.
It's
Those
the casual
sweats.
look,
He's got
yeah.
printed sweats, so it's like some white sweats with stars and things. I can't make out everything that's on his pants.
Yeah.
And then he's got a black tee, Patti LaBelle tee. I think it's cool. Like I said, it just looks like an average dude look.
Yeah.
You walking in to work. I like the hair. I like when
The
dreads are
dreads,
up.
yeah.
That's one of my favorites. So shout out to that. But I think he looks fine.
Shout out to Hosey.
Right. That's what he got his haircut this weekend. So, because when he needs his haircut, it's like, well, I can't put him up because then. But when he gets a fade, he put him up. I'll be like, I just like dreads in a ponytail at the top.
So we like this one. It's a very laid back look. Dreads are up in a high pony,
Yes.
which Stephon always wears his hair like that. So during the games and everything. So that's good. And then last we have Kansas City's own Landry Shamet with the New York Knicks. He is a Park Hill graduate.
Oh, nice.
So I love the Go Yard bag, and that's it.
Nice. Right. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's it. He's just got on white
Yeah.
pants. He's got on some loafers, a t-shirt, and then the button up on top that's unbuttoned, a cap to the back with his coffee. Look like he's going to meet somebody at the plaza or something.
Yes,
Like,
that's
that's the vibe
exactly
it's
what it's
giving.
giving. He's
Yep.
going to
Leisure.
the melting pot,
I'm relaxed,
or the
honey.
classic cup outside.
Yeah, got the like. This is just a great everyday. Like,
Yeah.
I'm put together, but my earring
Oh,
wanted to
Lord.
come off. I'm put together, but I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Type of vibe.
Yeah,
That's
so
what it's giving.
it's nothing wrong with it.
No.
It's just very laid back.
So
very
no
plain.
standouts to
No.
me this week. Everybody's fine. Like, I don't have any ew on anything. I think everybody looks good, but it's more of a
So there's
chill day.
So there's
for the
someone
men.
I left off of here that I want to talk to you about. So I was
Ooh,
headed
we got
out.
a special picture.
I'm not posting it.
Oh.
But I could. Then there's a reason why. You'll learn here in just a second. So as I'm walking out the door today, Rob sends me a photo. He said, "Oh, you already got your tunnel fit stuff together?" And I was like, "Yeah, I already
he
got
had a
it
good
done."
one, didn't he?
It's somebody that we have used way too much on this podcast.
Stephon?
Yes,
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. That
with the pink Go Yard bag.
The halter
Why is he
top and the
standing
pink
like
bag?
that? What is going on?
And he posted it. It wasn't even like nobody
Right.
else did
He
it.
shared it.
I sent that to Hosey. I was like, sometimes at the end of the day, be creative, express yourself in the way that you want to express. But I was kind of confused. I said, okay, well,
I said, why is he standing like that?
yeah, I didn't understand it.
But yeah, that was one.
What was the caption? Was he going through something to something? He said, trying to keep my head up. It was something.
It was unnecessary.
I got it because I sent
Yeah,
it.
because Rob sent it to me. It says, let's look it up real
I'm
quick.
going ahead. Could I just
Yeah.
like zoom?
Yeah. if that can't be seen, we'll add it in later. But
Like, he's standing with his hands, like, I could just
he
show you
stands
guys.
like I would.
He's standing like this with his bag,
with his pink
with
Go
his
Yard.
bag here, and just kind of like he's
And
angry.
what does it say?
And it says, one day at a time, trying to keep things as simple as possible with a heart. So it sounds like he's going through something one day at a
Is
time.
him and Cardi done again? What's going on?
I don't know, but like he's angry. Y'all, Kina, we got to add this.
We'll
to
add
the-
it. We'll add
please.
it. We'll add it.
Like, in his face, he's like powdered up. Like, he looks like he's a mad kid. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he's like,
Like he's in trouble. with his bag, his tote.
Stefan, why you upset? Like, I just don't get it. Like,
No.
he took a picture angry to post it. I'm going to stand like this with my hands folded.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Whatever, girl. So, oh, Lord.
Well, look, and we'll see. I don't know if the Chiefs are going to pick him up. It still ain't out the cards,
Right.
but it seems like they might be moving away from that. So we'll see.
We ain't got no money left. So.
I know. We don't. Okay. Closing huddle.
Let's move on. We made it to the end, y'all. So we have NBA playoff games. Game 5 is Saturday at 7:30, and if necessary, Game 6 is Tuesday at 7:30. WNBA weekend games, Commissioner Cup games. We have Friday, the Tempo versus the Mystics, and the Valkyries versus the Storm. Saturday, we have the Fever versus the Sun, Sparks versus the Mercury, Lynx versus the Aces, and Wings versus the Fire. And then rounding out Sunday, we have the Dream versus the Tempo, and the Mystics versus the Liberty. Soccer, of course, is on break for World Cup, so no sporting, no KC Current going on. Royals games, the Astros come to town Friday, 7:10, Saturday, 6:10, and Sunday, 1:10.
Okay. And Song of the Week. So we already know that the World Cup is everywhere, but specifically coming to Kansas City this upcoming week, with games kicking off at Arrowhead on Tuesday.
Not Arrowhead.
Oh, that's right. They changed it. For those that aren't in Kansas City, FIFA is officially taking over GHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, meaning everything goes through them. So we're talking about if you've been to the team store at Arrowhead, it's no longer that you can't go get no Chiefs nothing right now. The team store is completely empty and full with FIFA merchandise. The stadium isn't even called Arrowhead right now. It is called Kansas City Stadium. Like, they serious about it.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. And so in light of that, Future and Tyler put out a song called Game Time.
I like
and it's
that
for the
song.
World Cup 2026. Everybody got their anthems and stuff. So shout out to them. It's a good song. And tune in because the World Cup is here, baby. If you don't know, like I said, I know soccer, everybody may not be up on it, but the World Cup is like
Big.
it's big. And now that it's coming to Kansas City, you're gonna be able to see it firsthand.
And it's
People ain't playing
expensive.
about their soccer. Okay,
It's expensive.
it's very expensive.
My son is going to the Argentina game.
I'm excited about that one to see Messi.
You going for free though?
I know. Shout out to the Chiefs. Thank you. One of the
But that's
perks.
fun. I can't wait to see your content from that. I'm excited about that.
It's probably gonna be crazy, and that's the thing, because I've never been to a World Cup game. I've never, but everybody just talks about how electric like it's just
once in a
nothing
lifetime
like
experience.
it. Yes, and so that's the part I'm looking forward to seeing how the fans chant and sing. Like when we went to the sporting game,
Yeah.
I said they was going the whole game.
It was like a choir.
Yeah, so
that
let
didn't
alone
turn
I
off
can
when you was
only
losing.
imagine
Yeah.
with the best player in soccer, like.
It's going to be, I can't wait to see whatever content you have. I'm excited.
Eek. So yes, that's next week. All right. Well, that concludes our show. As always, we appreciate you rocking with us and listening. If you have not already, please like, follow, subscribe. We are available on YouTube, iHeartRadio, all the platforms that stream podcasts. We are there. Also, give us a follow and show us some love on Instagram at the Polished Playbook Pod. Tap in. Let us know what you think. If there's anything you want to talk about or for debate, we are there. So tap in with us. And thank you as always. Make sure you follow at DJ Diamond Diva, at Nails and Novels. And until next time.
Bye.
Let's go.